And Lois, right now I'm a little embarrassed to be from the Buckeye State.
Well, what is going on in Ohio? I mean, it's kind of a crazy story. You've been talking about it this morning, Matt. One employee at a Medicaid state office apparently falls for a ruse by James O'Keefe, caught on videotape. It involves two men posing as Russian drug smugglers with really bad accents. They're applying for Medicaid. I mean,
sure.
Seriously, how does this happen? KTRH's Nick Reikovich joins us live now with details. Nick?
Well, Lois, Ohio officials are investigating those allegations as some county Medicaid workers there inappropriately advise those men posing as Russian drug dealers on how to get government health care benefits. Now, conservative activist James O'Keefe posted that undercover video on his website on Monday.
Sergei and Evgeny Ivanovich are two wealthy Russian drug smugglers. They deal in illegal pharmaceuticals, what they call Bob Marley pharmaceuticals, which they hide in their floorboards.
Video shows the workers even helped the men after being told they owned expensive cars. Their younger sisters even performed sex acts for drug clients.
So, okay. Babysitting.
Yeah.
Babysitting.
There you go.
Statement from someone else. We're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Spokeswoman for the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services calls the video extremely troubling. The agency and the counties involved are now looking into it.
Extremely troubling, Nick.
Extremely troubling.
Extremely troubling. I'll tell you what's extremely troubling. What's extremely troubling to me is that this intake officer cannot spot the fact, as Lois mentioned, they have horrible Russian accents. There's nobody named, what are the two names again?
I didn't even catch the names. Vladimir and Sergei.
It's just
maybe.
ridiculous Russian names. They're doing about as bad a Russian accent as I can do. They're putting out every opportunity for this intake officer to smell a rat, and she just primps and goes on, oh, sure, I get you some abortions. It's unbelievable, Nick. I mean, you would think this was a Jamie Kennedy experiment video.
And you would think that after, O'Keefe has done this before. Remember Planned Parenthood?
Yeah.
We had Acorn. He went undercover as a Census Bureau employee uncovering
NPR.
NPR just
Right.
earlier this year. You'd think after all of this that the government workers might be on to this, but apparently not.
Now, here is our poll question, KTRH.com. Possible corruption, you think, by conservative filmmaker James O'Keefe uncovered in Ohio. Do you believe these latest revelations are the norm? And I want to hear from you. Tell me about your experiences. 713-212-5874. Do you think this is the norm? Do you think this is the norm for entitlement programs? Do you think this goes on in the state of Texas? Yes. 713-212-5874, 713-212-KTRH. We want to hear from you. What do you think about this? Maybe you know someone that should have been getting Medicaid benefits that did not get those Medicaid benefits because they're given to people like the Russian drug dealers. Mm-hmm. And Lois, by the way, has a great theory. She feels that the woman was nice to these guys because they were handsome and she was ugly.
Well, they were flirting with her. Horribly. I mean, you could look at how she's primping and all of that. You know, undercover sting operations rely on somebody to seduce in some way the other party. And I feel that's what was happening to her.
Seduction.
Well, I mean, it's a strange seduction. You're right.
We've got it all here for you in Houston's Morning News.